Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Raw Politics. In this episode, we answer the question: is ODM in government or is ODM still in opposition? If that is a subject you are interested in, please stay tuned. If you are watching for the first time, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss videos of this sort. Otherwise, let us move right into the subject of the day. So, out here, there has been claim, and from none other than the likes of Akina Kalonzo, who are arguing that ODM has left the opposition, so to say, and joined government, meaning ODM is not entitled to positions that are, especially in parliament, that are assigned to the minority. They believe ODM should not uh, hold the minority leadership in parliament. ODM should not hold the leadership of committees like PAC. And so the question is, what is the reality here? Is ODM in government or is ODM in opposition? Because they cannot be in both cases. Like you cannot have ODM party that is both in government and both in majority and both in minority, as they call it under this new constitution. Let me answer it this way. According to the law, according to Political Parties Act, ODM can only be considered to be part of the majority, aka government, if they have a written agreement, coalition agreement, which has also been deposited with the registrar of political parties. In the absence of that, ODM remains in minority. But then you ask, what about the fact that ODM's leadership was donated to work with? What about a case where ODM leadership was donated to work with Kenya Kwanza? So you ask yourself, if ODM leadership is working in Kenya Kwanza, is working with Kenya Kwanza, where does that leave the party? What you should know is that the so-called leaders who were nominated to work in Kenya Kwanza government by President Ruto have been replaced. We now have new deputy party leaders. Some word from the Nasir, son of Nasir, the governor for Mombasa, the governor for, how do we call it? The governor for Kisii, Simbarati, and Utotsi. These are now the three deputy party leaders. And the chairperson of the party is none other than Gladys Wanga. So they have been replaced because they resigned from their positions in the party to join the government of William Ruto. In other words, it is not that ODM is in the is working with President Ruto legally. Technically, yes, but they are not working legally. So that is what you need to know. The people who joined resigned from their positions in ODM. They might still be party members, but they resigned from any leadership positions in that particular party. That leaves you with the other question. Moving forward, will now ODM members in parliament criticize the government of Kenya Kwanza? Of course they will, because ODM remains in the minority. And as you know, minority even has the responsibility to chair committees, oversight committees like PAC, Public Accounts Committee, which mostly will have to go through a lot of things that the executive does. And so there is nothing like ODM is now part of government and will not oversight. They will do their work of oversight. Should there be legal agreements that are deposited with the Registrar of Society, then it will be a different case. Because in that case, ODM ceases to be part of minority and moves into the majority. And there, the likes of Kalonzo will be justified to demand that positions of the minority, like minority leader and leadership of PAC, be left to them. But until then, ODM remains in the minority. The people who have joined William Ruto have joined so in their individual capacity. Whether they have the blessing of the party, it is not a written blessing. It is not something that has been registered with the political parties, register of political parties, that is. I hope that answered the question, because this is something people have been asking. Uh, if you have another view or another angle, you can share in the comments below. But also, if you feel there is a subject you'd want us to discuss, or there's a question you'd want us to answer, then also feel free to ask in the comment below. Otherwise, take a moment, share this video with other people if you found it useful, and let's meet in the next video.